Oh shit! Another video from Mr. Amazing 3001? Wow. Aren't we all in for a treat today? So, as you guys may or may not know, I work in a pharmacy. I work in the Wall-Dixie pharmacy. And it's a pretty good job, honestly. The only real downside is, you work in retail and you have to deal with people, and people fucking suck. They really do. And I have loads of videos and video ideas for this topic. Today I'm going to tell you about two stories. Now these stories have actually happened within the past 2 weeks, so they're nice and fresh inside my memory, you know? They're like a nice fresh steaming pile of shit. You know? Nice and fresh, it's not hardened yet, it's not just feeding into my inner demons yet, but it will be. But let's just say fuck it, and let's just go ahead with the stories. Now, the first one is this this older woman who has the diabetes. She came in one day and she got test strips and lancets, which lancets are the little self poker. They're not for getting your rocks off if you're into, like, poking yourself or something like that. I mean, they could be. Daddy doesn't kink shame because, his Google search history is a little messed up. But they're for poking. They're poking your finger to get blood so that you could put it on the test strip and you could put it in the machine so it can read your blood sugar level and tell you that you have cancer. The thing about lancets and test strips is they all work with a certain meter, right? So say we have the Wall-Dixie meter. All right, we're gonna have our own Wall-Dixie strips and lancets, and they're not gonna work with, say, the Kinney's meter lancets and test strips. The thing about the lancets is usually the machine that you get includes like an applicator that specific one pertains to. So when you get your Wall-Dixie meter, there'll be the lancing device, and only the Wall-Dixie lancets will work with those. All right, makes sense? All right. Hope I didn't lose you there in the Matrix. I might have, but just keep focusing. Just keep focusing. All right. Anyway, so this one woman, she comes to Pyongyang in the summertime. No, in the wintertime, because it gets cold, in South Korea at that time. So she travels, depending on the season. So she came in and she was complaining that her lancets weren't working with her meter and the lancing device that she had at home. All right. And I asked her, what one do you have? And she said something that I've never even fucking heard of. It was some sort of meter, and I was like, all right, well, we don't even sell those. She's like, well, you gave me the wrong ones. And I'm like, well, did you tell us what meter you had? No, I just kind of assumed that they all work the same. It's like, how long have you been using this? And then I looked at, like, what she had, and I was like, you got this years ago. So what? I was like, how many times do you check your blood sugar? Like, if your doctor's telling you to do it once, like, twice a day, you're like, yeah, I know he said twice a day, but I think once a week or once a month would really suit me better. So I told her, okay, I could sell you the lancing device that would work with those. And it was like $10. And she's like, I don't want to spend any money. And I'm like, woo, big boy. Big boy's entitled. Don't want to spend any money. Like, okay. I was like, well, I can call your doctor's office and, they can send in the lancing device that would correspond with what you have. And she was all right at the situation. So keep in mind, all right, that this is like prime time, like 10 o'clock in the morning. All right, there's a lot of people coming, dropping prescriptions off. They need their Addies to get through their day. You know, they need their perks to get through the day. So there's a lot of shit going on, right? And I'm at the drop-off where everything has to be typed, scanned in. You know, everyone has a fucking question about where fucking napkins are in the store, because I'm not only am I a pharmacy technician, I'm also the napkins guy. Why don't you have the organic napkins that were specifically made in Taiwan under a rain shower on Friday the 13th and dry aged 5 years? Every other Walt Dixie has it. Like that's the type of questions I get on a normal fucking day. Whatever. So in my mind I'm thinking, all right, well, I'm gonna call the doctor and they're never gonna fucking send anything in. Lo and behold, I call the doctor, I leave him a voicemail, tell him the whole situation. They actually sent it in and it was covered by our insurance. You know, we got it ready. Well, guess what? That was a week and a half ago and she still hasn't come and picked it up yet. So I fucking wasted my time for nothing, and you threw a hissy fit because you couldn't use these specific Lancets that were made, you know, by French elves in fucking Paris on the Eiffel Tower or wherever the fuck you got your specific fucking meter and shit from. And I went out of my way to get you one that would work, and then you don't even come and fucking pick it up. You don't call us to let us know, hey, you know, I went back to South Korea, you know, I'm not going to pick it up, but thanks for the effort. No. You don't call, you don't do anything. So now we're going to put it back to the shelf, and I did all this for you for fucking nothing. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. The second story, it actually happened a few days ago. So, you know, someone came up to pick up their prescription. Of course, she was an older lady, and she was going to write a check. And I mean, that's not a big deal to me. It's not. But she wrote it for $25 over to get cash back. And I told her, I was like, well, I don't really think we have enough money in the drawer. They don't give us that much money in the morning anymore. And she's like, well, it's mid-afternoon. And I was like, first of all, it's 1 o'clock. Second of all, get a fucking debit card. Or go to the fucking, you know, go to the bank. Write yourself a check at the bank. You can literally go through the drive-through at any bank and write yourself a check for however much money you want. But no, you come here and you do it. Whatever. All right. So I moved to the other register. I was like, I think there's enough in here. I double-checked and there was. Then there was this guy just standing there. And we're talking like 2 feet. 2 feet away. And he wasn't moving. And I was like, sir, you know, there are privacy laws. Can you please move up a few feet? And he like scoffed. And so then someone else helped him. And, you know, I was helping the one woman with the transaction. Then over here, I'm like, whoa. He was complaining about the price of something. Because, of course. So he wanted to speak to the Wall Dixie store manager. He's like, I'm tired of, you know, these prices. And his, you know, he had an attitude with me. Like I was just, you know, trying to look over her shoulder and get over information. I was like, motherfucker, you were standing over her shoulder. I was expecting you to give her a kiss how close you were. Like, you're not on a first date with this woman. You don't even know who she is. She's picking up her prescriptions. Back the fuck up. So needless to say, you know, I was just, you know, kind of smiling to myself because daddy's creepy. But so then after he left, I went and I talked to my, you know, my pharmacist. I told him, I was like, you know, I wasn't rude. I was just telling him to back up because you know, there's privacy laws. There have been privacy laws in place for 2 decades now. And she's just like, no, don't worry about him. He's just a man-child, and he just cries because he has to pay for prescriptions. I was like, of course. Everybody's an entitled fuck, and they don't think that they should have to pay for their prescriptions. Meanwhile, these same people that complain, you know, that they might have to pay $10 to $30 for their prescriptions, they'll go get their nails done. You know, they'll go out to dinner on the regular. I see what's in their carts. You know, they'll buy the stupidest shit that's not necessary But then when they have to pay for a prescription, it's like, oh, I can't believe that, this is a business. I can't believe you're trying to sell me stuff and I have to pay for things. So bottom line is, I can't stand people. I hate the human race. And yeah, I definitely have a lot more stories to tell you guys in the next video, so stay tuned. I don't know when the next video is going to be. Kind of just make these when I feel like it. I know I said regular uploading schedule, but there's a lot of stuff going on in my life right now. So I don't know, when if the studio is even going to be an idea. We're kind of waiting on things to, certain things to come into fruition or not. Hope you guys will stay around for the ride, and peace out.
I love you.